very far. My gas light just came on. So, first order of business, you can feed little Apple boy. Hems needs food. It's been a while since I put gas in this bike. I honestly don't remember the last time I did. Oh, wow. Actually, you know what? I think the last time I put gas in this bike was on my way back from Florida. I was riding home from Florida because I haven't done much with the bike since then. I haven't ridden much. It got freezing cold. Today, as you can see, there's still a lot of salt on the ground. It's still technically fall here in Ohio, but winter has hit, man. It's been snowy and icy, that's for sure. So it's funny, I was actually about to go out in the garage and film a video out there, and I saw the temperature and it said 51 degrees Fahrenheit. I was like, there is no way I'm gonna sit in my garage and film a video when it's this nice and I can go ride. So here we are. I'm out riding. I'm a big old baby. Oh, and this is the first time, other than that day I rode on ice, this is the first time that I have ridden with my brand new Saddlemen Road Sofa seat. And I can't really feel it. I really need my bars clocked back. Oh God, I hate riding in the winter because I'm just so bundled up, can barely turn my head. Yeah, like I'm leaning all the way back and I'm still, dude, my hands and my arms are just fully extended. So there, now I feel it, but I gotta completely let go of the bars just to lean back, and that's not ideal. Figure I'll go ahead and stick to some back roads today. Should be a good time. Hopefully they're not too disgusting with salt. But like I said, first things first, fuel. Let's see how much this costs, because this is an empty bike. Alright, there's a full tank and $22. Woof. Not as much as a car. Well, a small car. A small car with a small gas tank. Okay, high kick. Alright. Oh, I don't know how to explain it, but it just kind of smells like Christmas. Oh my God, is it the pine tree? I literally just smelled the pine trees. I was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it smells like Christmas. Oh, are we getting detoured? No, I'm not getting detoured. I'm gonna go straight. Thank you. Man, I hate to say it, this is one of those days where if there was no salt on the road, it would just be a perfect day. Once the tires got warmed up, there would be no hesitation to have fun, rip around some of the corners on these back roads, and just really get on the bike. When you're crammed up in the house and it's freezing cold outside, sometimes that's all you want to do is just hop on the bike and rip. But there's like literally right there in the middle of the road, there's just salt everywhere. And it's so not good for my bike, but I don't care. Even with a pin lock, I am fogging up. I am so full of hot air. But yeah, like I was saying about my seat, I can't really feel the backrest because, like I said, my bars need to come back. Like something fierce, my bars need to come back. I can feel it on my back, but it's not actually taking any pressure off of my legs by leaning back. So it is what it is. Hopefully once I clock the bars back or just get taller bars, it'll be a little bit better. The seat itself feels amazing. It really does. It's a noticeable difference from my Saddlemen Step Up. It's wider, it's slightly bigger, but see, I don't want seats that are too big because I have very narrow hips. I like having a smaller seat on my motorcycles, which is why the first thing I do if I ride any Harley-Davidson, I want to get rid of the stock seat. They're just wide, they're too big. These are the kinds of videos that I just love to make, man. I'm riding around my home, I'm enjoying my motorcycle, I have no agenda, I'm not selling you anything, I just really enjoy hanging out with you guys in this environment right here. I am trying out my brand new Harley-Davidson leather jacket. It's definitely going to take some breaking in, but it's pretty soft compared to some of the other jackets that I've opened up right out of the box. So this is the, I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. This is like the women's leather, like aviator style jacket. So far, I'm really digging it. I could stand to lose a couple pounds, that's for damn sure, but I would rather have a jacket fit slightly too small so I can, lose a little bit of weight than a jacket that's just too big because I don't want to gain weight. And I want to be able to wear the damn thing. There's so much salt on the road. Man, I do not know if this is a good idea. It's one of those days where you can't tell because I edit these videos, but just one of those days where I cut out a lot of just silence. I really do cut out a lot of silence because I'm just kind of sitting here cruising, enjoying the ride, enjoying feeling the warmth of the sun. It's funny, I was actually having this conversation with my husband a couple days ago, and I was just talking about how 2022 has been an amazing year. Let me open that up so you can see me. 2022 has hands down been one of the most amazing years of my life, and I don't want to sound like I'm bragging or anything, because I'm very humble about the opportunities that are presented to me. Very, very humble. But it's like I did so much traveling, and I experienced so much amazing life in 2022 that now that we're at the end of the year, it's the holidays, things are winding down, people are staying home with their families, and I caught myself thinking a couple days ago, I'm like, oh my God, you don't have any trips planned right now. You don't have any trips coming up. What? You're a failure. You're stalling out. This is bad. And I was just like, whoa, dude, where is that kind of negativity coming from? Because that's not the case at all. I should be celebrating this time at home on the back of my bike, spending every single evening with my husband and my cat. And I am. I really am enjoying it. But it was kind of weighing on me the other day. I was talking to Jordan, and I was like, I don't feel like I have any friends. And that sounds so sad and like self-loathing to say that. But let me explain why I say that, because I have tons of friends. I have fantastic friends. But these are the friends that, the friends that I have are the friends that's like, I miss you, I want to see you, let's plan when we can see each other. Because a lot of my friends live really far away from me, even in the state of Ohio. There's nobody that just lives right down the road that I can call up and be like, hey, it's 51 degrees, do you want to go riding on a random Tuesday afternoon? I don't have any friends like that. And that's where I was starting to feel really sad, down on myself. So I watch all of my friends who live in Florida and my friends who live in California, and of course everyone rides in those states year round because it's temperate weather, and they're out having dinner and drinks every night, and they're hanging out, having bonfires with their friends. It really, I don't usually get FOMO. If you guys don't know what FOMO is, it's FOMO. It's an acronym for fear of missing out. And that's the one thing that I will always say. Instagram has been the worst for people. Social media in general, everyone's on there, myself included. I try to take cool photos and make my life look a lot cooler than it actually is. And don't get me wrong, my life is fucking cool, man. I get to do the coolest shit. But at the end of the day, I'm just a normal person. I go home and I have to take my bra off like everybody else, and that's the best part of my day. But I just started feeling for real sad and left out, and I'm like, I don't have that here. I don't have that in Ohio, and that's what broke my heart. It's not that I don't have it, I just don't have it here. And I was getting real sad, man. I was talking to Jordan, my husband, about it, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't want to move. I really don't want to move. I would love to live somewhere with warmer climate, but I don't want to physically uproot my life. I worked so damn hard for the things that I currently have, and I love them. And it's not just things, it's my status, my family, my location, the friends that I have now, the relationships that I've built. That's what I worked really, really hard for. And I had to burn a lot of bridges to get to where I am now. They tell you don't burn a bridge, but if that bridge is just gonna crash and crumble and collapse every single time you try to cross it, fucking burn it, man. I have no qualms of burning bridges. My life has greatly improved once I finally learned how to say no and to cut the people out of my life that had no business being there. So that's what I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave the beautiful world, the beautiful life that I've built. I'm so fortunate. But it didn't fall into my lap. Anybody who knows me can attest to that. I certainly don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but this is just the stuff. I don't want to make that sacrifice. I don't want to sacrifice my whole life leading up to this point just to move somewhere warmer, So I was online a couple days ago looking at apartments. Maybe I could just rent an apartment in Florida or something for a couple months in the wintertime. I would love to do that. Just get a trailer, load up the bikes, load up my cat and my husband, and just go live somewhere else for a few months when Ohio is just absolutely unnecessarily cold. If it was like this every day in the winter, yeah, I'd live here in a heartbeat, of course. But it's not. This is rare, and that's why I have to take this opportunity once again. And, you know, I talk to you guys. I feel when I'm talking to you guys, like I really am talking to you. I don't want to just sit here and feel like I'm having a conversation about myself. And my videos might be redundant. I do apologize. But the one thing I get really personal. And you know what? I know there's a lot of my personal friends and family who watch these videos. So, hi guys. I know you're watching. And I feel like this is probably a really good way for you to keep up with me as well. Because we just don't talk that much. I just don't talk to anybody that much. But the one thing that's keeping me in Ohio, first of all, it's my husband's job. He still works full time. And that was the one thing that I was ready to do immediately when I started the channel. It was like, if I'm going to do this, which I want to do this is a goal. I was like, I can't work full time. I don't want to do that. That was so unnecessary. Working 2 full-time jobs for 2 years during COVID. But you know what? It set me up for success, and it made it to get me to the point where I was able to make a living off of YouTube. And I will say, YouTube is not the end-all goal by any means. I know that. I'm a realist. I will have to either really take care of my brand and build my brand and really establish something bigger than myself in the future, or I'm just gonna go back to getting a job. And that's like, whatever happens is a-okay with me, but I needed something different in my life. And another conversation I had with Jordan is we were talking about what's it called seasonal depression. You know, before I bought a motorcycle, I didn't get depressed in the winter. It sucked. I was like, ew, I don't like when it gets dark at 4:30 p.m. Like, nobody likes that. But it didn't, like, physically weigh on my personal being the way it does now. And that only started happening after I bought a motorcycle. And that very first winter, man, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm a genuinely happy person, but that first winter of me having a motorcycle and me having to sacrifice riding and the enjoyment that it brought me just because it was winter, I'm gonna tell you what, that was the very first year I started seeing a therapist. And I have never seen a therapist before in my life. 100% recommend therapy, you guys. I didn't even go. I think I had like 6 free sessions or something, like with my health insurance at the time. And I think I only went 2 or 3 times before I was like, I feel so much better. I needed that third party perspective, and I needed somebody who understood why my brain was doing the things it was doing. And immediately I was like, thank you. I have homework to do. I now know what I need to work on as a person and how I think about myself. And it got tremendously better. But I will say, maybe there's my answer. I need to start going to therapy again. But every single winter has progressively gotten worse and worse and worse, to the point where every winter I am at the point where I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm going to sell my house. I'm going to move. I don't care. I'm just done. I'm so done with feeling this way. But unfortunately, we kind of missed the boat on the selling your house during the booming house market. And even if we did, Jesus, houses are so expensive. Good Lord. I bought my house a few years ago, and I got just an amazing deal for the quality and the size and the location of my home. I can't get that again, which it's fine. I don't need a house as big as my current one, but you know, I want a quality home. I want a good location, and I can't have $500,000 for these like 1,000 square foot houses down in Florida and, you know, the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I'm like, what? I can't do that. Once again, I'm not some like multi-millionaire YouTuber. I can't do that. So, I mean, those are just my thoughts. Well, I want you guys to check out this video right here because I spent a lot of time on that one, and I really think you're going to enjoy it. But regardless, thank you so much for going on this ride with me because I needed this. I hope you needed it too. I'm always here for you. I love you. You be good.